Hi guys, what's going on? And welcome back to another episode of Conqueror's Blade. So, it's going to be a short video today because I've just been really pressed for time over these past couple of days. I've been at work quite a lot and it's been territory wars tonight. But we had quite a lot of success and we have managed to secure our first fief on the world map. And so I just wanted to kind of briefly describe to you some of the mechanics, show you a few of the screens and how it works, kind of take a look at what the benefits are of owning land in the open world. So we now own Madsham, so we can go over to the map and take a look at that. And you can see this is the fief here, owned by House Evo. Obviously we're part of a wider alliance, but this is our fief, the one that we own. So we can go into it, and obviously because it's now our own fief, we can replenish food here, we can heal units here, I can swap my units because my camp is now based here. But we can also have a look at the fief overview, and this will tell me a little bit of information about it. Firstly, we get to see our tax rates, which obviously is set to 0 for all the house members. That means we can now harvest. We currently have a cotton resource, some trees, and stables. And while you still get the little base value, which is on all resources, I think it's 500 for the cotton and 1,000 for the trees. And it's a bit more for the horses, but I can't remember exactly what it is. We pay no extra tax on that. If you look at resources out in the open world, you'll see that they're actually quite expensive to harvest. Whereas ours aren't, because we own it and we're not charging either myself or any of the members any tax on it, which is great. Also the same for the workshop tax. There's no extra cost to crafting or anything like that, which is really rather cool. Then anyone else who comes in and wants to make use of any of our resources would have to pay a tax to do that. And all that tax will go into the treasury of the fief, which is here. And then that gets divvied up amongst the members. So we all make a little bit of silver from anything that comes in, which is really kind of cool and good for us. Currently, the fief is level 2, as you can see here. And we have 13,000 out of 15,000. That's a really bad colour. You can probably barely even see that in the video. On our building materials. But once that gets up to the max, we can then upgrade the fief to the next level. And that means it costs more prestige for enemy houses to try and attack this fief. It means the fief's prosperity is going up, which is all really kind of beneficial. We also have, obviously, our own fief quests. So once we do the fief quests, that's how we get that building material. So if I was to suppress 20 rebels and drop in the rare rebel ranged weapons, then we would get 60 building materials, which would obviously come on here and help to enable us to upgrade the fief. And of course we get all the tribute as well, obviously, that goes along with that, which is really all rather cool. Obviously I have moved my camp down here, so my billeting officer, if we actually enter the city, is now on here and in here, and I can access all my units down here. And you can see all the resources now that we can harvest really cheaply. And because it's our own territory, we get 3 daily yields left rather than just the 1 that you'll normally get in the open world. That's another benefit of it being our own land. Also, we don't consume any food, which is always nice. So I can now walk around my own territory without dragging a ton of food with me because it's no longer needed. That's always a benefit as well. So if we just hop back into the city very briefly, wait for it to load in, you'll see that I could head over to the billeting officer as I would normally in Anliang. But of course, now my camp is based down here, I can access all my resources here rather than just in Anliang. And so what's the benefit of that? That means that I can go out and harvest that cotton. Now I've got 3 daily yields on that cotton as well. I can go and harvest that and then just run it straight back to here rather than having to go, far away. Which one is he in? Can you tell which he is yet? Billeting officer. So yes, that has the real benefit of meaning that I can harvest resources locally without having to travel a long way. And I'm in friendly territory when I do it, so I've got no food consumption to worry about. So that's cutting down on my costs as well. And of course, without the tax, that means it's even better. And of course, I can use requisition tokens as well if I wanted to, which also makes it really cheap. You can see, I can head over to my billeting officer, and I have all my supply dump here, and I have all my equipment, my personal equipment, all my artillery, and all my various resources I've got down here are all now accessible from my own town. And of course, the very best bit of it, is if you go over to the map, it says House Evo. It's got my name on the town, which is really kind of cool. So anyway, that's all I've got for you today. Kind of a little bit of a brief overview of the mechanics of owning a town. If you have any questions about this, anything you're unsure about, be sure to put it in the comments down below. I'll be happy to answer. Subscribe to the channel for lots more Conqueror's Blade content. We'll certainly be having more content in and around the town now we're in position on the map. And I shall see you guys all on the next video.